You! What are you doing here?
I might ask you the same thing.
No?
That wasn't really a yes or no question.
You should get out of here. This place is bad news. Pardon me.
Huh?
screams!
Groutstead, who the hell are you?
Grout is dead? A pity it could not be by my hand. No matter. Soon your self-made kings and false prophets and all who bear the mark of the beast will be washed from the earth for the coming of the Lord.
Who the hell are you?
As you burn, tell them it was Grünfeld Bach who sent your damned soul to that lake of fire. All agents of Satan shall return to whence they came. Let this righteous display serve as a promise to all who serve the archfiend Lacroix. I'm coming for you, Lacroix. By the power of the Lord, I will cleanse your black soul.
Yeah, whatever.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Don't know, maybe I did.
Say what?
Have you seen Nines recently?
You went to go look into something. Why?
The Malkavian Primogen was killed, and I saw Nines leaving the scene.
Yo, that's bullshit. I don't know if you will put up to this or what, but you best not be saying that shit too loud. I know what he's out doing, and it doesn't have anything to do with the Camarilla. They're not our only concern, you know.
I guess, later.
What's all the noise, kiddo? What'd you say to Skelter?
It's about Nines.
Beg your pardon?
I saw Nines at the Primogen mansion, and now Primogen is dead.
I don't know. I don't know what score Nines would have to settle with a Primogen. Nah, come on, this can't be right.
That's just what it looked like. I don't know.
This is a total smear job. LaCroix can't meet Nines head on, so this is how he's gonna shank him.
I have to tell LaCroix what I saw.
You do what you gotta do.
Evening there. Something burning? Ooh, smells like someone burnt the burgers.
I don't smell anything. I've got an appointment with LaCroix.
Sure, I'll open her up for you. Jeez, I could go for one of them double-spaced burgers. With the onions and the cheese and the bacon and the guacamole.
The Primogens still haven't been contacted by Grout. I thought I made it clear that you are not supposed to come back until we had heard from him.
Grout's dead.
Grout's dead? What?
Yeah, and this guy back set his house afire. Nearly killed me.
Bach! Every time I think he's lost the scent. So, Buck killed Grout to draw me out.
Back didn't know Grout was dead.
Bach is a hunter. They stalk and kill our kind to appease their god. But like many mortals, their so-called faith is nothing but a conduit through which they quench their killing urge. Who else would have killed Grout?
Nines could have done it. He was there too.
Look at me. Are you sure it was Nines Rodriguez? Because if it was, the consequences... Do you know where this might lead? Do you really have any idea?
No, and I'm not sure it was Nines either. Something was weird.
It means... Under most circumstances, I would call a blood hunt on the murderer immediately. However, the anarchs of this city may interpret such an action to be a declaration of war. I do not want a war with them. This decision will take some time. I need to confer with the Primogen on this. In the meantime, I've come to a decision on the Ankaran sarcophagus, and I believe that for the safety of the inhabitants of this city, we need to place the sarcophagus under Camarilla protection until its contents can be confirmed. You're becoming quite indispensable to me. So, out of all my available personnel, I'm going to entrust the retrieval of the sarcophagus to you. It was quietly delivered to the Museum of Natural History a few hours ago.
I'll go at once.
The manifest from the Dane shows there was a small box from the same dig on board, but it was listed as missing. Keep an eye open for it. It may have been overlooked. It's crucial we get the sarcophagus in our possession within the next few hours.
All these tasks have left me a little short on cash.
Yes, of course. Here, I can't have one of my representatives running around wearing attire befitting a cut-rate funeral parlor. Invest it carefully.
That should permit me to more quickly bring the sarcophagus to you.
Here are the keys to the front door of the museum. The sarcophagus should be in an examination room of some sort. There's a small security staff on site, but I don't want a massacre. Mortals are just as easy to deceive as they are to kill.
I'm ready to go.
There is a degree of immediacy attached to this task. Work fast. And, as on the Dane, you are not to open the Ankaran sarcophagus for any reason. Excuse me.
Okay.
You measly fuck. You got a lot of nerve showing up here, Lick.
Easy there, Skelter.
You fingered Nines. Said he killed a goddamn Primogen.
I just saw him there. At least I think I did.
I'm willing to believe you were a patsy in all this, but I'll be watching you, kid.
Where did Nines go?
Don't expect to see him until this bullshit is resolved.
All right, I'm outta here.
Listen, kid, you did what you had to do. Just a messenger, right?
Skelter didn't take it so lightly.
Don't worry about Skelter. He's like all these big barking pups nowadays. They don't bite unless they get cornered.
Where is Nines now?
I hear Nine's got word. I'd wager he's gonna be laying low for a while.
What do you think happened?
It's a ruse by LaCroix so you can call the blood hunt on Nines. Standard smear job, textbook cammy bullshit.
What can I do to help?
You're just eager to please, ain't you? I could give a goddamn kid, but I'm sure the boys here would appreciate it if you kept it business as usual. You hear me?
I can do that.
Hey, who's there?
I can't understand why someone would go through the trouble of stealing a box with a very ancient corpse. This city's not that dull.
Beckett? What are you doing here?
I'm an archaeologist, so I thought I'd indulge in a quick study of this Ankaran sarcophagus everyone's so riled up about. My guess, from what I've read about it, is that it's a mummified Mesopotamian king. I needed confirmation.
Did you get to examine it at all?
Oh, I really wish I had. All this speculation about the sarcophagus containing an antediluvian and being a portent of Gehenna is making me cringe. These are the kinds of ridiculous, superstitious assumptions I came here to debunk.
Gehenna.
Armageddon, doomsday, the end of all kindred. It's a common facet of most mythologies. Fear that the world will end. Many believe Cain and the antediluvians will return to consume or destroy all kindred. I wholeheartedly disagree.
Antediluvians?
No one I know has ever met one. But each of the clans and their bloodlines supposedly trace their origin to an original vampire, an antediluvian. Some swear these grandsires still exist into the present, but then kindred and kind believe a lot of strange things.
And Cain?
Cain is the biblical first kindred and founder of the mythological first city, Enoch, a place where kindred and kind coexisted. I believe Cain's a figure concocted to personify the transition from nomadic society to agrarian society. That myth, like most, has been twisted by time.
Can you tell me about Thin Bloods?
Thin Bloods rarely exhibit features or powers of their clan, and many can't embrace. Some are even rumored to have reproduced. Many kindred are terrified that their weak blood heralds the dissipation of every bloodline. Somewhat of an ignorant reactionary response, don't you think?
Why don't you believe in Gehenna?
As I said, many cultures have the fear of some form of apocalypse. Kindred believed in these stories when they were human, and naturally carried them over into kindred myth. But it doesn't take a supernatural act to cause widespread destruction. Humans and kindred are just as capable of managing their own destruction as a deity. A self-realized Gehenna warrants more vigilance than a god-induced one, don't you agree? Such is my argument, which so frequently falls on deaf ears.
Are there any other signs of Gehenna?
What prophecy doesn't have vague apocryphal signs? Let's see. The usual ones cited are the appearance of Thin Bloods, Cain sightings, doom, gloom, that route.
This is all fascinating stuff. How long have you been studying kindred lore?
For 300 years I've been trying to determine the function of our existence, the kindred's role in the world. I'm not content to attribute it to some act of supernatural biblical vengeance. We exist for a reason, and if it takes another 300, I'll figure it out. Any thoughts?
We're the next evolution of human beings.
Yes, I've heard that theory before. It certainly seems plausible, but there's little proof to support it. Still, it's a better explanation than a divine sentence for manslaughter.
I agree.
Remember, the truth won't be told in time. It will be told by us. Well, my work here is stolen away into the night. Think I'll do the same.
Goodbye, Beckett.
Oh, excuse me, Starting to doze off there. Oh, I need to get a guard animal of some sort to alert me when folks come in. Maybe one of them chimps like on that show Ape Detective? Oh, that monkey always gets his man.
LaCroix expecting me.
What? Oh, yeah, Mr. LaCroix's expecting you. For a young guy, he sure likes to work late. Me, I spent most of my youth in the entertainment industry. Yeah, I guarded the sets for over 6 top 10 TV shows.
We'll talk later. Excuse me.
Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky, little boxes on the hillside, little boxes all the same. There's a green one, and a pink one, and a blue one, and a yellow one, and they're all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same. And the people in the houses all went to the university where they were put in boxes, and they came out all the same. And there's doctors, and there's lawyers, and there's business executives, and they're all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same. Microphone! And people all over, they're watching our television show, and they're loving it because I've run out of material to sing. But I'm singing for you, baby, because this is what Showtime wants! And I'm done now, and I thank you. And goodbye, everyone. The folly of leadership is knowing that no matter what you do, behind your back there's hundreds, certain that their own solution is the sounder one, and that your decision was the byproduct of a whimsical dart toss. I pronounce the blast sentence, and I soak the critical fallout. I make the decisions no one else will. Leadership. I wear the albatross and a bullseye.
What is this about?
The blood hunt on Nines Rodriguez for the murder of Alistair Grout will be called. Rodriguez's execution is only a matter of time. I have lit the fuse. If a war ignites, it's my head they will sharpen the pikes for. At least I can rest easy in knowing that you, my most promising attendant, has relieved me of one encumbrance tonight. Do you need assistance bringing the sarcophagus up to my office?
About sarcophagus, it appears to have been stolen.
Stolen?
Stolen.
Stolen? How? Who would... Oh, Gary. Gary, you treasonous maggot. I should have anticipated your treachery, sewer rat.
Gary?
The Nosferatu Primogen. The Nosferatu were responsible for finding out where the sarcophagus was taken after the Dane, and for getting keys to the museum. They were the only ones who knew. It's obvious to me now. My mistake.
But...
I want him found. I want him... found. The sarcophagus could be exploited, causing who knows what catastrophe to this city, if it were to fall into the wrong hands.
I'll find Gary and the sarcophagus.
The Nosferatu lurk in the filth below the streets of Hollywood, but not even I know just where they hide. Hollywood is, unfortunately, lacking in any Camarilla loyalties. Hollywood's baron is an anarch named Isaac. Isaac's more civil than the anarchs downtown, but nonetheless he wears his mistrust of me on his sleeve. He may know how to contact the Nosferatu. Find Gary and get him to talk. That sarcophagus could be used against us. Do not come back until you have it. Now, I must announce the blood hunt and bear the brunt of all consequences. Escort him out.
money. Been a while. There you.
Up of Capitol Hill to protest the latest wave of violent video games. Senator Limperman called the games pornography and was offended by crude shots taken at him by one recent game.
A gambit has been played. The king leaves himself open.
Mangle Garden, Rape and Pillage, and Abe Lincoln Teaches Killing.
I have a certain financial interest in a restaurant in Hollywood called the Cavaletti Cafe. I have made an offer on the establishment that is more than generous, but it seems that the owners are remiss to accept. It is my understanding that a renowned food critic named Tommy Flayton will be writing an article about the restaurant very soon. Please intercept him there and make sure the review is unfavorable. LaCroix.
Back to the period of the Romans and has several reported weeping virgin sightings throughout its history. One pilgrim reported that they witnessed.
As a young Ventrue, I feel inclined to extend an opportunity providing the chance to illustrate your loyalty to our clan. The anarchs have become particularly bothersome. I want to draw attention away from Camarilla. In short, dispose of the agent they call Skelter. I have a contact that can help you to do this discreetly. Go to the Santa Monica diner and wait for his call. He will provide you with the rest of the details. Do not fail me, LaCroix.
Victims of the serial killer. Police believe there may be a connection between Milton's prison past and the slasher. We'll have a full report on this story later tonight. Simon Milligan, host of local cable show Haunted LA, and his crew are reported missing tonight. The team of the popular supernatural-themed program were filming around downtown Los Angeles, according to the show's producer. But friends and family of the crew...
Yes.
Here's the item from the museum.
Yes. This is genuine and of use to me. There is something resonating from it. A whisper. I will give you this in trade. It is known as the Odious Chalice. It swells with spilled blood and offers its bloat to its owner.
Great. I'll be back if I find anything else.
LaCroix's child.
I'm not his child. I'm working for—
Fine, listen carefully. You must bring this kindred skelter to the pier to be judged.
Judged? What the hell are you talking about?
Find a way to get Skelter on the pier, I don't care how, but he needs to be in one piece when he shows up, and there's something I'll need you to fetch me.
Of course, I'll do whatever it takes to get the job done.
I should have never doubted LaCroix would have an endless supply of suck-ups. The item I'm seeking is a book. It's a tome of dark magic owned by the local branch of the Giovanni family. You'll have to find your way into their mansion and bring it back to me.
And who exactly are these Giovanni?
Imagine what would happen if Bram Stoker was the godfather, and that's the Giovanni, not a group any sane person would want to upset.
Whatever, I'm sure it's nothing I can't handle.
Have the book ready. When you meet your friend at the pier, come empty-handed and you won't leave.
Asshole.
What's up?
Hey Skelter, do you think you could help me with something?
Why the hell would I want to help you with anything?
It's about the Masquerade.
Yeah? So what? Find somebody else to do it.
But I've got a lead on that brutal serial killer. I'd like you to inspect the crime scene with me.
No shit. At first I thought Sabat, but that doesn't make any damn sense. You know, not their style. Maybe Caitiff. Got all the signs of an amateur job. What are you asking me for, though?
You seem the type to be more concerned about protecting the Masquerade than political squabbling, and I need muscle.
I'd say you got me pegged right then. Camarilla, Anarch, Ventrue, Bruja. It's all just different words for kindred. I'm more concerned about getting shit done. We got some rogue vamp tearing up the street. Someone's gotta bring him down before that shit gets out of hand. It's not likely Charlie will come back to the crime. But if he shows up, whatever he is, I'll be ready to put him down. And by the way, this ain't your prince's court. You better be ready to fight too, Cammy.
That sounds good. I'll see you there soon.
You, fledgling.
Huh?
My name is Lorenzo. I've been watching your dealings with Aditya.
What are you talking about?
You don't have to play the ignorant neonate. I know about the arrangement you and your prince have made with the assassin. I'm not here to confront you. I'm here with a side offer.
And just who exactly are you?
I represent the Sword of Cain, the rightful rulers of the earth, the only hope against the inevitable return of the antediluvians. We owned this city once, and once the Camarilla pretenders and the Anarch rabble have destroyed themselves, we will again. Choose us as friends now, and your future will be bright. Otherwise, it will be merely short.
Did he tell you about this? What are your sources?
An intriguing question with an answer that must remain a mystery for now. Let's just say I know this city's shadows better than a cab driver knows its streets. That I travel them more quickly than the Nosferatu do their stinking tunnels. I have my ways, fledgling. Leave it at that.
Whatever, tell me about this deal.
This Anarch is a vicious brute, and not even an Assamite could hope to escape unscathed. Catch him off guard, bleeding and drained, and he won't be walking away from the pier either. Consider it. Your prince will be satisfied, you will be free of the Assamite wretch's beck and call, and my wayward packmate will have met a fitting end. Everybody wins.
It seems like you know all about my situation, and I know nothing about yours. I don't like that.
A stubborn one. I respect that. Very well. Let's just say that despite our first encounter with you being on less than friendly terms, we are willing to overlook the destruction of our warehouse if you agree to help us now.
Wait, you are Sabat. Where are your crazy eyes, and teeth, and that growl?
Oh, young fledgling. You have never met a true Sabat until now. Only the worthless foot soldiers spawned en masse to fill our army's ranks. Despite the propaganda of your leaders, the shovelheads are merely a distasteful necessity for these difficult times. While your elders wring their hands over packs of disposable brutes threatening their precious Masquerade, we play a subtler game from the shadows, as we always have.
I figured it had to be something like that. Doesn't explain why LaCroix cozying up to you.
Where do I start? The Assamite clan has a tortured history even by vampire standards. Say only that a few years ago, one of their Methuselahs crawled out of a dank hole somewhere and sparked a bit of a religious revival. The Camarilla has found doing business with the Assamite clan a good deal less comfortable since the child of their antediluvian returned to the throne of Alamut and enthralled them in mindless adoration. It is this fate the Sabbat seeks to prevent for the other clans. Do you see? Of the Assamites who escaped the madness that consumed their brethren, the weakest fled into the waiting arms of the Camarilla. The strongest have done what the strongest of every clan has always done, thrown in with the Sabbat. Your prince wants only the best, and is convinced he can keep the warriors of the Black Hand on his leash. He is wrong.
If Aditya isn't on LaCroix's leash, then why kill him?
I have long suspected Aditya joined the Sabbat as an infiltrator, that he still secretly serves his clan and its shriveled god, that he seeks the necromantic secrets of the Giovanni to feed the mad designs of the child Urshulgi to resurrect his master Hakim. There are many in the Sabbat who share my suspicions, but Aditya outranks me in the hierarchy, and so I cannot act openly against him without breaking the code. And so I turn to you.
So, he's supposed to be on your side, and here you are, setting a trap for him. How do I know you're not doing the same for me?
A trap? All I ask is that you follow your prince's design and eliminate a serious threat along the way. If you think handing over the Giovanni's secrets to the Assamite will please the Camarilla in the long run, you are sorely mistaken. I merely propose that you look after your own interests and gain our favor in the bargain.
Sure, I'll do it.
Wonderful. Just be there when he steps onto the pier, and make sure he doesn't step back off. I'll contact you once the dust settles.
It's a deal. You'll pay though if this is an ambush.
You.
Ready to do this? Keep your eyes open, kid. There's more than vampires that go bump in the night. We don't know what we're dealing with yet. And I got a feeling we're not alone here.
Let's go.
It's a goddamn son of a...
Picked up a Spaz 15 this morning. Cleaned, oiled, and just waiting to put a hole through something. You interested?
Let's see it. As I understand, the rabble known as Skelter is no more. Good work. It's also come to my attention that you were forced to dispatch the agent that I had you working with. I assume this was in self-defense. Actually, I am quite pleased. You'll learn quickly that resources will outlive their usefulness, as their demands get too great. You've actually done me doubly the favor I've asked tonight. Good work, LaCroix. Agog? What the fuck is Agog? In light of your success, it occurred to me that perhaps it is already time for you to undertake Agog, the ritual of sending you out to influence the power structure of the city, and establish your domain for yourself. For Camarilla and the clan, I've restocked your blood supply, and had a sizable check mailed to you. Take this token offering as the tools you'll need to begin this journey. I expect no less than the best from you in this matter, LaCroix. Cammy, you did good on the pier. That guy was a real thorn in my side. It's really too bad you're tied up with the Camarilla. You'd do well in the Sabbat. For your service, we'll overlook the warehouse incident, and maybe we'll even get your back. For now, just one piece of advice: don't bring the sarcophagus to LaCroix. Whatever's inside will destroy us all. No one wants that. Lorenzo,